Today's headlines cannot be ignored. Coldness, cruelty, bullying, heartlessness. We hear about it on the news. We read about it online. The worst cases always seem to happen to other people, out of state, far away. But how come those people look like you and I? It comes in many forms: teasing, taunting, mocking, hurting. Sometimes it becomes physical. Sometimes it even leads to far worse. Always, it can be avoided. Everyone needs to remember it's far easier to accept than turn away. It is much more fulfilling to reach out than push away. And most importantly, it is much more daring to love than hate. This is the philosophy and the mission of a man named Ron Bachman. Ron was born with a physical condition that led to his legs being amputated when he was 4. Even then, he wasn't down for long. Immediately, he learned to walk on his hands. But learning to do this wasn't the only obstacle Ron had to face. From taunting to the physical challenges of everyday life, Ron learned to look for the positives in possible setbacks. He sought potential in every adversity, and through this, every obstacle became smaller. Ron learned to use what made himself different, to make the world better. He didn't hide. He didn't cower. Instead, he strived to live the best life he could. And with the tools he learned from that journey, Ron worked hard to first make life better for his daughter, then for every single person he met, even everyone that is in this room right now. There is a problem in our schools, neighborhoods, and even workplaces. As a man who has faced every adversity, Ron Bachman has the solution. Through his always engaging and entertaining personal appearances, Ron has the incredible ability to remove walls and build bridges to all ages and personalities. And in a caring and poignant way, he allows us to look in a mirror and examine our own lives.
I'm going to say 3 words to this young lady, okay? When I do, don't giggle. Listen to these words. Listen to these words as though you were standing up here. We don't know each other. We've never met. We've known each other, what, 10 minutes now? Here, you having a good time so far? You think it's interesting? Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be a doctor. How cool is that? Do you think you might want to be a mom? Get married sometime, right? Be a doctor, run your practice, be a great citizen. Well, here's my 3 words for you today. I love you. I love you. And the reason that I love you is not in the conventional sense, I love you, okay? I want you to know that I love you because you're going to be all you can be. You're going to become a doctor. And even if you became a factory worker over at Hydromatics for General Motors, or you sold cars for Dodge, whatever it is that you decide to become, I love you for this most important reason. You'll leave me alone. You know what I mean by that, honey? I can go to the mall with you in the mall, and you won't pick on me. These students can walk down their hall here, and you won't bother them. If another person comes into this school with a disability, you'll say hi to them, try to befriend them, right? So from Ronnie Bachman to you, I love you, okay, kid? Give me a hug. All right. Give her a nice round of applause.
Children, teens, and adults all melt after one of Ron's appearances because he leaves us with a desire to emulate the absolute genuineness of his character. Suicidal teens abandon all thoughts of hurting themselves. Lives are reshaped. Hurt begins to heal. Around Ron Bachman, people just want to become better individuals. Currently, Ron is scheduled for over 200 shows over the next 11 months. He will be changing lives in every possible venue from middle schools, high schools, churches, and large and small corporations in a whirlwind tour that spans the U.S. and Canada. It's an aggressive campaign, and it's one that grows daily. A testament to Ron and his message, the popularity and demand for his tour has grown predominantly from word of mouth. Where Ron appears, camera crews and the media soon follow. It is never out of the ordinary for every single newspaper in any given area to attend one of Ron's events. And it's also customary for him to land on each paper's front page, oftentimes for several days in a row. Television, radio, and internet are always as equally generous.
The year before, it was a guy named Ron Bachman who lost both of his legs when he was 4 years old and went on to counsel and do all sorts of things for people who have disabilities and to help kids even who don't have disabilities understand the power of believing you can.
The power of Ron's tour is not just about the charisma and inspirational testimony of a man who has overcome obstacles, but it is his message of love and acceptance that resonates with all of us, from middle school halls to corporate offices across North America. It is a message that binds us all together. It is a message that does not know demographic barriers. It is a passionate message delivered by one of the most dynamic speakers you will ever hear. To know Ron is to know his friends, and it is a list that keeps growing. To date in 2010, Ron has touched the lives of over 150,000 individuals, and that number is expected to exceed 2 million when his tour concludes. Thousands of emails always follow up an appearance, and his Facebook account is expanded to include over 4,000 active friends. And the snail mail pours in as well, with over 3,000 additional items of correspondence. And his circle of influence continues to grow with an upcoming book and a reality TV show project. This is the business of changing lives, the opportunity to shed light, the moment to make the world a better place. This is Ron's story, but it is also your story. It is the story of how we should all interact and live together. It is a story we need to hear and to share. It is a story that begins right now. At this moment, I want to introduce you to the man who wants you to know that you are never alone and without help. A man who wants you to know that no matter what, there will always be hope. A man you can always call your friend. Please welcome Mr. Ron Bachman.